Welcome. It's been quite a week. I hope everyone, we missed you last week. I hope everyone had a great Independence Day, celebrating the 4th of July, and had some exciting things going on. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're catching us live. Welcome if you are catching the replay. The biggest news that we received this week is that Canada is going to be opening back up soon, and they're going to be doing a tour of Canada, of the major cities in Canada, to re-release definitely X39 into Canada. I'm not 100% sure about all of the other individual patches. So if you know someone in Canada, get them ready. They can have patch more than what they have now. So that's exciting news. This past weekend, I did the other thing is Energy Enhancer is currently running as a special for another week. And if you or anyone that signs up with you orders $300 product, and that does not include taxes, so it's $300 product, they will receive a free sleeve of Energy Enhancer in their order. So this is a great opportunity for not only new people coming in. It does not work if you have if you're signing someone up as a brand partner, that doesn't count, but preferred customers count towards that 300. So if you're signing someone up, or if you need to make an order yourself, it's fantastic for maintenance kits. You can use it for that too. So you can place your maintenance kit. It gets you your over $300, and it gets you for a couple months of your LifeWave monthly minimum order, and you get a free sleeve out of it as well. So you're knocking off a couple things with one order. And that runs until the 16th. This past weekend, I did an expo out in Lancaster. It was called the Midsummer Holistic Expo. The first time I had done it, there were other vendors. Actually, the best part of the weekend was being there with the other vendors. The women next to us had a product that was very similar to ours. It was a drink. Excuse me. Sorry, starting. It was a drink, and they touted all this, similar things that we do. So it's really nice going to a holistic event if you can ensure that you're the only one there with LifeWave patches, because it is another tool. There are many tools out there for our healing, and LifeWave, stem cell patches are one of those tools. So it's a great experience to practice talking about the patches, talking with people about the patches. I did a lecture as well, which was great because the one gentleman that sat in the lecture, I took his pain from a 10 to a 1. And he had some pretty severe surgeries, many surgeries. I think it was his knee, it might have been his hip. But it was great to be able to patch him and help him find that relief from pain quickly before my lecture was even over. Something that I started to do this time that was different than I've done in other events was I was focusing just on stem cells. So I made up a bunch of kits. And I have an example of one here. It's a stem cell starter kit. And so what I have in it is a brochure literature that's got a health quiz on the back and information. And then I give them 3 patches. Excuse me. I give them, and then they have 3 patches, and I sell for $15. So it really, I know that people out in California say that they sell, $10 an X39 patch or whatever when they're at an expo. I just find that the price point, if you can keep the price point under 20, I think people are much more receptive to just try something or try a couple of them, one for themselves, one for whomever, and, give it a whirl. And then, I ask them to sign up. So I keep basically how I do it. And the easiest way to streamline it is I have a sign up sheet that's numbered. And so I have the sign up sheet, and when someone purchases the kit, I say, oh, can you please sign up so I can just, follow along with you. Or if I patch someone, I say, oh, please, fill out this thing. So then I can go in right after I've patched them and they've left they've left the event. I write the number down. I put the number and I write that some blurb about them that I remembered that they were there. It was a conversation that we had, something that we talked about, so that after the event's over, I can go back and kind of like piece all of that back together to be able to follow up with them in a more personal way, because I found that that's the easiest way for me to kind of streamline what's going on at an event. I wasn't good on Sunday. I did not keep good notes. I should have. So I just emailed everyone. But in that sign up sheet, not only is it a little blurb at the top about, because New Jersey's a little funny about things, but just a blurb like protecting myself, but it's also, it gives them a chance to win a free week of X39. And it also helps me to build an email base. So many different reasons of why I do that at an event. So that was a really good experience. So I did start Saturday with just stem cells, my stem cell starter kits, and everything on my table was stem cells. I couldn't stop talking about the other patches. So by the end of Saturday, I just gave up. Sunday morning, I rearranged my table. I put all the patches out because I talk about them all. I can't help it. They're all so complementary to one another that, yeah, great. X39 is fantastic. It's a great patch. Everyone should wear it. But there's also other patches that are great to support other different parts of your body at the same time as X39. So yeah, I tried to do just stem cells on Saturday and I just couldn't stop talking about the other ones. So I decided to rearrange everything for Sunday. I'll say probably the most exciting part was being able to promote the podcast that we started. That was a lot of fun. People, I had one woman walk up, saw my banner, turned around immediately and pointed to her neck because she was wearing it. She had just learned about LifeWave. She had just started patching. She wasn't even a month in. And she and her husband were there. Excuse me. They were asking all kinds of questions. And, what about this? And I would tell them something. Like, we didn't know that. Okay. It's okay. Everybody learns differently on their journey. So, but it was fun to have the conversation with them and, get them even more excited about their patches that they're already wearing and the ones that they have at home that they hadn't put on yet. Talking about the podcast, that was another good one. A lot of like-minded people that, you're at a holistic expo. Pulling out all the guns and all the ways to communicate with people is definitely a great way to do it. I do have feelers out for another expo in August. That's not too far. It's a couple hours away. That has been there for over 20 years. So they have a lot of foot traffic. It's a very big expo. So I definitely think it's going to be worth to go down and check that out. So if anyone on the team is around and, thinking they want to join me, let me know. So yeah. I just drew a total blank. I'm so sorry on that. My brain went in 3 different directions. I wanted to show you tonight. I've been working on the Patching Partners website. First thing, let's talk about LifeWave's website for a second, because there was a part of it I wasn't even aware of. And I think it's a really great part of their website. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's called Our Product Difference. And so if you scroll all the way to the bottom of their website, that's where you usually see, for me, the good parts, because the product studies is one that I go to often. And then this one is Our Product Difference. Our Product Difference goes through your ability to select about the different patches. So right here, you can say, all right, well, let's learn about Eon, and everything changes to Eon, what it benefits, and the patch placement for it. So I just think this is a great resource to have when you want to look something up really quick in terms of whether it be a placement point or the specific patch on what it does and what the company says it does. So this is just a really nice thing to not even just know about, but to, to share with the people that you're patching with. Yeah, so this is a neat part of the website. And as you scroll down, you have your studies to the side. Oh, excuse me. Your studies to the side here broken out by patch. Study A, study B. And these are different from the other ones that they have on their, maybe not different, they might be the same or just called something different, but I tend to go to the product studies. And when I was working on the Patching Partners website today, I wanted to pull some of the studies to showcase them. And one of them was, the X39 study about the elevation of copper peptides. I wanted to pull the X39 study, and I can show you those on the other website, the X39 study, but I didn't realize that this study existed for carnosine. No, where is it? Restoring mental decline. So this is a testing from LifeWave that it restores mental decline. I did not know that this study existed. So I highly recommend you take some time and read through this. It's quite, we don't have to read through the whole thing, but I do think it is a great study. So I did add it to the website. So I've been working on this Patching Partners website. I've been working with a couple different people on the team, and we're trying to streamline it so we don't have to keep all saying the same things over and over again, because that does seem, you sign someone else new and you're kind of, saying the same thing over and over again. So to have somewhere that you can say, hey, you signed up, go to Patching Partners, everything's there. So I made some video clips that we'll do a short one. What's a short one? Patch recap. Just a quick one that you can see. A quick recap on how the patches work. So I just give little spiels. None of them are more than 2 minutes. They're quick little videos that people can watch, that they can tune in. There's welcome to patching. There's patch tips, which are the 3 main things that people need to remember to do. Drink water, patch for 12 hours, and check personal inventory. The next one is patch detox, which is real quick, just explaining that you could, not everyone does experience patch detox, but you could. So just be aware of it. If you do, you take your patch off, hydrate. You can put your patch back on after 20 minutes. If not, if you think it's severe, take it off, drink, and contact the person, that you're patching with. So this is something that's really set up to be very generic, that you can send other people to, send everybody to. Especially, I have two new preferred customers that I'm going to send to this site so that they can look a little bit more about it, because I do think that they're going to become brand partners at some point. But here are the studies and resources. So this is the copper peptides, the bone density study, carnosine restoring mental health, restoring mental decline, SB6 that it improves organ functions. Again, the same thing for Alavita, improving different organ functions. This is also a new one that people have talked about, but I don't know that everyone's aware of it. But phototherapy is called photodynamic therapy. So there is a code. So this is basically telling you, like, there are CPT codes, there are procedural codes that some doctors can use, doctors or dermatologists can use to get the patches covered by insurance. There's also a healthcare common procedure code, and that's the medication code for that. The one thing I do know, that Medicare considers it a covered service. So it just depends on what insurance you have. So I highly recommend that you reach out to your insurance provider if you are interested in pursuing it in terms of having it written off as a code or doing it through your doctor or dermatologist. The other thing is that you can, I know that this can work for you if you file your taxes with the long form for your medical, where you kind of break everything down, that you can write the patches off in that long form if you do that for your taxes, because it's considered a medical device. So I just wanted you to know that as well, that not a lot of people know about that. And that could vary per state. But as far as I know, that you should look into it if you're interested, and you do that long form for the medical, breaking everything down to claim different things, that you should look into that, because it's an option just to, you know, compensate some of the patch cost. There's also the fillable health tracker form. So if for some reason you didn't get one to someone, there's one here that's a generic one for anyone to use. There's also what to expect, which is just a great imagery for someone to what to expect in the first few days, few months, 6 months, a year. You know, what are they looking at in terms of how their body is going to change? And then getting plugged in with the patching partners. If you're on the team, I suggest you follow sync and sign up. I just kind of split up the MailChimp so that I have team off on its own, because I think that that's more efficient than lumping everything in. So here's also the link to the blog. And then if someone wants to set up a one-on-one call or Zoom, whether they be a brand partner that you've brought in, a preferred customer that you've brought in, anyone that's come in and onto this team, that they can set up a call. And it would just be a patching guidance or protocol call. It's about 15 minutes. Or if they want a little bit of a business builder training, which I've done with some of the brand partners already, just to help them when they bring someone on, to give them a quick rundown of back office, of different things that are going on. Now, again, these are videos that I do intend to have on this website when I have any extra time to do stuff. But in the meantime, if someone does need assistance, that they can just email to set up a time. And I have some days and times here that are typically available each week that, you know, will fill up. And then here, this is the business training that I'm working videos for our business training. And then if people want free Canva class, I'm starting to offer that twice a month. So that's the sign up for Canva class. And then just at the very bottom, like, have you ordered patches yet? Maybe someone, you know, you just sent someone here just to send them here. And it's like, okay, well, if you haven't, get the link. Every business builder has their own link. So make sure you get the link from the person that sent you here. I want to make that very clear and hit that home to people. And I really have tried to hit that home with this website, because it's about the team. And then the learntopatch.com is the same thing, that, you know, if you want to learn out more, you can go to the blog over there. And again, that website's set up the same, that, you know, we support our team, and it goes right back to the top. No emails, no nothing. So the only one is really that training, that specific training that they can request after they've already signed up. So this was just kind of a way to help our team grow and streamline in the most efficient way possible. So if you have time, check it out. It's patchingpartners.com. Yeah, check that out and let me know what you think. I'm excited to keep it going. I got so many compliments this weekend on my skin. It was pretty awesome. I don't look 44 at all. I love these patches. I absolutely love them. In fact, I did speak of dermatology one this weekend, which I think, Aaron, you'll appreciate. When I was up in New York, my mom, well, she told me a couple months ago that my dad had a mole on his back, similar to where he kind of patches his X39. And she's like, was looking at it the one day, and she kind of like picked it, and it just like fell off. And so when I was up there this past week, she made it a point to be like, come here, look at this one. This one's going to fall off next. So I made sure to take a picture of it so that we could get a picture of it there, which she didn't have of the other one. And then we'll get another picture of it after it falls off. So I thought, Aaron, you could appreciate that we'll have that before and after for him, for his mole just falling off. I have not had that happen yet. I don't really have many moles, but I would love the ones that I have to fall off. I wonder how many months it'll be before that happens. I'll keep a log. So, I mean, I think that's really it. I just kind of wanted to quick let you know that that awesome, exciting news about Canada. Gosh, I couldn't imagine being without the patches. I couldn't at all. Patches, new expo coming in August. Patchingpartners.com. That's really all I got tonight. I don't have any extra and other training, other than that carnosine study that I just found that I'm going to go look into further because I think it's really fascinating. And the first page of that was, I don't know if you caught it, but the first page was the person saying that, yes, this was indeed my study and these were indeed my findings. So I thought that was interesting. I'm definitely going to go back and take another look at that. Next week, maybe week after, Carrie Bailey will be joining us. So I'm excited to have her on, and I'm trying to set up a time with Dr. Monica again to get her back on and join us for a Zoom call. And I think that's it. Erin, did you have any questions or any updates for us?
No, I don't think so, but I'm going to check out that carnosine study. That looks interesting.
Isn't it? I really can't believe I hadn't found it yet.
Well, there's so many, and I'm sure there's always more coming out.
Sure.
So just got to keep updated on what the new ones are, because there are so many of them.
There are, and I know that bone density was the most recent one that they had done.
Oh, okay.
Saying that the X39 helps with the bone density for women age 40 to 80 from the one study that they did. So, but yeah, that's, always doing the research, always looking at everything. And I mean, I just love it. I'm a nerd like that. So, great. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for joining, Erin. And we will talk to you guys next week. I will get a topic together, and I look forward to it.
Thanks, Kate.
Yep. Have a great night.
Bye.